self-doubt. And to be honest, it has never brought me down. No, 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 no. I'm really glad I'm not walking around believing my inflated ape brain figured it out. And suddenly you realize that everything you'd ever told yourself were lies. And believe me, I can sympathize, 'cause everything I ever thought I was made me cry. Like and I'm really glad I don't take part in your big search for who you are. And I don't care that I sound arrogant, but knowing who you are is just for amateurs. And suddenly you realize, yeah, that everything you ever told yourself were lies. And believe me, I can sympathize. Oh, still everything you ever thought you were made me cry. To be honest, it made me wanna die inside. And I'm sure I did, but just a little bit. And suddenly you realize that everything you'd ever told yourself were lies. And believe me, I can sympathize, 'cause everything I ever thought I was made me cry. Yeah, and suddenly you realize that everything you ever told yourself were lies. And believe me, I can sympathize. Still everything you ever thought you were made me cry.
Hey everybody, welcome. Smash that like button. Oh, I forgot to do one thing, and that is tell everybody I am live. So let me do that. This is gonna be a little bit different. Well, not really. I'm still gonna talk, but we're gonna talk about pretty much anything and everything. We'll do like a catch up of some sorts. So I should say live right now. Come join. So what's been going on with Shiny and Rev? Well, we can talk about that. We can also talk about Foodie Beauty as well as Peetz. Peetz last night did a stream called Home Alone. And of course, he's been home alone for a few days now. Ever since the 31st, she has been gone. And we're going to see maybe one of two things. Either he's going to improve his situation or it's going to worsen. I won't even say stay the same because the only constant is change. Plus, his situation is going to actually worsen because if she comes home with a dude, that dude is not going to want his wife's ex living in the same household. That doesn't work. All right, so let's do our introductions. Hey, a fish by any other name. How you doing? Nola Boo, what's up? Lynn Smith, Mouse Toes, Lindsay, DeRob, Vanessa McCready, Sarah Lee, Jessica, MJ. We also have Eight Ain't That, Edna Online. What's going on? Mouse Toes again, Silent Witness. And Mary, what's up? Tawanda, American Girl, Jackie Hawkins, and everybody else just listening and not actively participating in the chat. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. So, somebody said that they have not, Shani has never been quite this long, right? And Foodie is MIA. Hair runs in circles. A lot of people are MIA. Like a lot. It is dead. But not only is Foodie Beauty gaining subs, but also Peetz. So there's 92.7k subscribers for Foodie Beauty at the time of this live stream. And for Peetz has actively been gaining subs as well because a lot of people want to see if they can get any tea through Peetz. So Peetz is, let me make sure I get this right. It was like 9.3 something just a few days ago. Now he's at 9.54k. His Home Alone stream is 5.5k views, which is really good for Peetz because typically Peetz doesn't see those numbers. Like he'd be under 1,000 views typically, maybe just a couple hundred, even with the chatting streams because people find him a bore. But people are really actively looking for tea. And even with the cooking videos, maybe he'll get one, maybe two, maybe 2.5, close to 3k tops. Hey, Pawns and Pose. Hey, Yummy Home Flows. So a lot is changing while things stay the same. Ever heard that saying? The more things change, the more they stay the same. Well, seems that's the case for both Foodie Beauty as well as Shiny and Rev. Shiny and Rev out 700k. Some people say 750. I'll just go with 700k. I mean, they have had a sordid history with each other. I still can't believe Mr. Big PP Whizzle gave away a house to G-Man for $1. I mean, it probably has liens on it, right? But still, you can give me a house for $1 any day of the week is what I'm gonna say. So yeah, we haven't seen him. Some people are hoping they're okay. Other people don't really give a shit. But whatever happens is what I gotta say. But we've seen them. We've seen Shani come from Minnesota to Colorado to Pennsylvania. And it's been a whirlwind affair. I'm sure a lot of people remember the moving. Yeah, I do come with the notes actually, Rob. That's what I do. I don't slack when I do things. That's what's gonna take me about 2 to 3 weeks or more for 90 Day Fiancé so that I'm very accurate. So yeah, like I said, Minnesota to Colorado to Pennsylvania, a lot has happened for Shiny. Like selling a house for $1, it's a thing. Hopeflo says Peetz is way much happier without Stinky Beauty. Silent Witness says Shiny and Rev could be camping under a bridge or in a tent with no power or internet. Kind of sad state of affairs. Maybe the uncle has taken Rev back in. The uncle did want to take Rev back in because family's family after all, right? Wernickel Korsakov or no Wernickel Korsakov, family is still family. So maybe the uncle just felt that that Shani just wasn't okay, and that was his stipulation, standing off the situation. But yeah, hey Twitter Times, what's up? Thank you to Rob. I expect Shani in a Red Cross paid hotel and be streaming. Well, there's always shelters for families in terms of like churches and stuff. I did tell people back in the day I used to work for, well, actually, I didn't work for that. That's not true. I volunteered there. It was work, but work as in unpaid work. Like you actually had to get up, you actually have to set the tables and cook meals for people. So we did breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So we saw all types of crowds of people. come in and out. It was, people, some people, a lot of people had hope. Some people didn't. Some people give up on life. Other people, they have hope. If something's there for them, if they have some food in their belly, they can at least try to survive another day. Yummy says the uncle won't. I don't know about that. Maybe the uncle will. But yeah, my parents had my name put on the deed before they passed away. I had to buy it for $1. Oh, I see. Okay. Hey, Deb R, what's up? Welcome. Yeah, I have sympathy for the kids as well. I remember when William had called in and talked. That was just last month, and I was like, "Is that even appropriate to have your child you know have your back like that, or try to, or make it seem as if he does, like saying they're not really perfect and whatnot, but they tried their best." You would consider that Shani would do better, especially if she says she has an IQ equivalent to presidents, right? Evelyn R says probably he escaped to Kuwait. Foodie Beauty meet with him because I don't think Nader is going to let her go. Then who's going to pay for his bill? And if she marries someone else, it will stop. So is this like escape to Kuwait? Who's gonna escape to Kuwait? Like Peetz, but then Peetz, I guess Peetz could do that. He's month to month. But then who the hell's Peetz gonna live with? He can't just live with Foodie Beauty and her new husband. That was, he would not find that appropriate here in Canada, much less in Kuwait, of all places. Well, Pete's better formulate some sort of game plan. Like I said, it's gonna be one or two things. It's either he improves his situation so that come January he has options, or he comes January he doesn't have any options because his situation has worsened because he has done jack shit. So it's really up to him how his life turns out. And even with that, he still has options, as in he has family he could stay with for a while. Hey, Mary, thanks for modding. Yeah, exactly. Like Peetz could go back to his mom. He could maybe arrange a situation with his brother. Anything can happen. So, yeah. Hey, if you're coming in, smash that like button. In terms of Shani, the last time they were at the, how do you pronounce this? The Oyo Hotel, Dalton, PA. Well, that sprung a leak. Well, oil started leaking, right? Seems a pipe was missing. And that hotel, I wonder if that hotel that they were at, you actually gotta prepay. And the crazy thing about that is that you prepay, but if you don't arrive by a certain time, they'll actually rent out your room, which lends the point. You have a $39 a room per day hotel that gives you bottled water because the water isn't proper, isn't running there, but yet the place is booked out. But that kind of gives you an impression of the area, or should I say, that gives you the impression of the state of affairs of people going through really hard times. So think about that for a second. And it seems that's the new thing in terms of how society is moving to, because now we have cheap flights, right? Before, you'd pack your family in a car or a van, station wagon, minivan, something, and if you had to go see family across a couple states over, or a couple states down, a couple states up, you'd go through states. But now that travel, like air travel, is so cheap, you could spend 50, 60, 70, $80 on like an airplane ticket, and you get there in a couple hours instead of a couple days, and you don't have to be stuck in a car. So that kind of killed a lot of these hotel motels that were situated literally on interstates. But now what these hotel motels are doing, they are, instead of having the casual nightly 1 or 2 nights family staying there, they will rent out to transient people. Now, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just saying they'll rent out to people who are more or less transient, but they want longer term stays, like maybe a month, maybe 2 months, maybe 3 months, maybe four, or even longer. So I wonder how many of these allegedly 12 people, because Rev was on the news, if you didn't see it, actually paid maybe a month ahead. Now they're shit out of luck with their money because the place is condemned. Now, was the place condemned before the leak or after? Because the place could not be officially condemned but wasn't legally operating either, because you don't have running water. So there's a lot to think about with that hotel that happened. Did I speak about the Dodge Durango? Yeah, there's actually a lot of people live in the motel. Didn't we had that same situation with Foodie Beauty and Nader? Like Nader was at what was it in Cornwall again that they were at? I know they were at Motel Adam, but they weren't like living there. But I'm pretty sure like Nader wouldn't be opposed to living at Motel Adam. Like it's not good, but it's not all bad. I mean, there's worse places. But which the Knights Inn? It was the Knights Inn in Cornwall that they were at for a few days with a barbecue, right by like a road. That is a main road actually, because that road is Vincent Massey Drive, which is Highway 2, major artery. That if you know Ontario, you know a Highway 2 is a well, it's called Highway 2 for a reason. Like it stretches practically across southern Ontario. So yeah, I think Highway 2, that's the King's Highway, isn't it? I'm pretty sure. So the 401 actually replaced Highway 2, because if you wanted to get across like Toronto, from Toronto all the way to like Ottawa or Montreal, you'd be taking Highway 2. But then the 401 was established, and most people just take the 401 and never Highway 2 unless there's an accident. I've spent many hours on Highway 2 because of accidents or just traffic. Like in the summertime, there's just way too much traffic and or an accident. Then I got to take Highway 2. And man, sometimes those days, those nights are rough. Black Velvet says, Monty, you're the map king. I just know a little about certain things. Let's just put it that way. Were the people giving their money back? I don't know. No, Mary. For as far as I know, they weren't. So people were complaining. Hopefully, some people were taken in. Maybe officials, like city, town, or county officials, had some sort of temporary solution. Like people could maybe stay certain places, because the hotel said that they didn't know people were there. Like, how the hell you don't know people there? You were giving them water because the water was shut off. Rest in peace to the Dodge Durango, though. Another tire blown on the highway. Rev abandoned it at the side of the road. It's already in a lot. I wonder if maybe I can go to Pennsylvania, get this Dodge Durango out. No, I'm not. Why would I? No. I wonder what it smells like, though. No, I'm not. I'm kidding. I'm not wondering what it smells like. No, really. No, 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 no. I'm not. Oh boy. So yeah. Hopefully, Foodie is living her best life. Hopefully, living her best life, starfishing. I don't know. Maybe drinking some Starbucks, Cheesecake Factory, eating some cheesecake, drinking some Starbucks, having some KFC, having Salah, eat it out. No, no, stop it. Stop that. Lindsay says, Monty, a secret seed sniffer. Lindsay, if I want to pass out, then I'll sniff that Dodge Durango, okay? I'll even paint it pink for Shiny, because that's what she was gonna do. They were gonna get what was it? A salvage. They were gonna salvage it, and then they were gonna transfer it into Shiny's name, or was they gonna transfer it back to Rev's name? No, it was gonna be back in Rev's name, right? But if you salvage in Pennsylvania, salvage titles in Pennsylvania mean a very specific thing, right? Because that means you can't. It's in a state where you can't insure it. That's why It was done that way from my research. So maybe I can put this on the screen if you don't believe me. But salvage cars are illegal to drive in Pennsylvania because I did actually do my research on this. This took me days, folks. Come on, why wouldn't I do this? Blondie says, I'm shocked she has not posted another video yet. It's because the lack of internet. Okay, Hope Flow says, Monty government paid for their stays. I live in Pennsylvania. Okay. All right, I believe it. Black Velvet says, nope, Foodie is ready to give us a dark room whisper bees at any moment. Really? Dark room whisper bees in Kuwait style. I dig it. Yeah, Mary, it has to be a lack of internet for Shani and Rev. If there's internet, they're online. Guaranteed. The reason they're not online is because there is a lack of internet. Mm-hmm. And can you imagine blowing a tire running over a clothespin that you ignored? you blow your Dodge Durango tire running over a clothespin that you ignored, and then you blame it on atheist arsonists. Okay, interesting. No worries, Mary. No worries. We're going back and forth here. If you're confused, just ask me anything. I'll answer. But yes, I'm still wanting to know if Salah actually looks like Salah, or is Salah catfishing when it comes to his likeness. She posted on Instagram. Yes, Esther. When I said no internet, I meant Shiny and Rev. I do know that Foodie Beauty has access to internet. She also has access to a man, which means her priority is no longer getting attention from her beezers, which she has insulted for the past month. Her need for attention has now shifted to her boo-hebe, her hubby, her husband to be, that she claims is her husband already. So, she's, like I said, she's living her best life. Mauso says the money Rev blew through is mind blowing. Exactly. 700K blowing through 2 homes. Did you know that his family actually has set up with multiple residences? I was looking at that and like they have like a list of properties out there. How can you be set up with 700K and 2 homes and you do this to yourself where you put an A on your forehead and you look properly like a cracky lackey head, and then you have Shani abuse you because like because you decided to spend some time with ladies of the night. Um, Rev was eating out the ladies of the night because he was hungry. I wonder if they paid that $200. Probably not. Remember that lady of the night? That lady that spilled the beans said that he still owed 200 buckos. What's up with that? He better be paying his bills. Can't be slacking like that. You can't be getting some treatment like that and not be paying your bills, Rev. Come on now, you know what's up. Oh boy. Okay. All right, what's next? Did somebody say in my last live stream that Nader has a job? Like, where are they getting this information from? I guess I'm behind on certain things. The Facebook Messenger he was trolling. Yes, the ones he was trolling that he was also sleeping with. And who was that dude in the bed with Shiny when Rev was in jail? Really? Okay. All right, I see you. But what's actually proper sad with the Shiny and Rev situation is the foster family having a tough time because it seems the boys weren't properly toilet trained. So I have a huge problem with that, especially with the eating habits because myself, I have first-hand experience with not training. Now, I'm not gonna equate this, but Martha didn't have a good life, and her eating habits still hasn't changed, even though I put food out. with Martha. Enough food. She eats as if she is not going to see another meal in days. And even till today, I'm having that issue and I'm trying to remedy it. But it seems, if you don't know, my cat Martha was part of a cat mill because she's all white. And yeah, they abuse the crap out of Martha. And it's so sad to see when animals are abused. And for her to have to go through such a horrible experience and still come out to be such a lovable, amazing, beautiful, kind cat to me, never hurt me or anything, is always around me, is amazing. But still, um, yeah, Shiny is disgusting. Yeah, they're the bathroom regimen for the boys and the eating thing just shows you exactly how much abuse they've gone through. So it's very very sad. Yo, didn't G Man say that the place smelled like no, should I even say that? I don't even want to say it. G Man says the place smelled rank. And what about that woman at the convenience store that claimed that she was gonna hook Rev up with a job when they were living with G Man, but then of course Rev steadily and happily declined. And then she was very descriptive, saying how it's they smelt like a really foul, pungent odor of cat piss mixed in with like cigarettes, ass, and dumpster juice. And Shani smelled like she never watched the kitty. I mean, that's actually pretty descriptive. Yes, exactly. Cindy talks. The old apartment did prove that where they lived, it was filthy. I still looking at the automatic cat cleaning. Oh man, the shit that was pouring out of it. How can you cook with that shit? There's shit on your floor. How can you cook with shit on your floor? Remember when she was doing Shiny Cooks? And I keep saying this that people are saying, "Oh, she's a good cook." Go cook her that. There's shit on your floor. How can you be cooking meals with shit, cat shit on your floor right next to you? Like you're not looking at that. You're not smelling that. Like are you nose blind? Cause I'll be smelling it, right? And the boys' mattresses, yes, disgusting. It was rank, vile all around. Yeah, the kids' bedroom was completely disgusting. Completely disgusting. Yeah, that was a very, very bad situation for them. I just hope, the best for Shiny's boys. Like the oldest truly isn't that far off. A couple of years from aging out of the system. I just hope that something positive comes out of that. But it's just a really, really, really bad situation with horrible conditions. Oh, Lynn Smith says, Monty, I was joking about the sign on the building about eyebrows. I said he found a job because he likes to thread eyebrows and faces. Well, wasn't that his job in jail? And he used to get chocolate for it. He used to shave. He used to give haircuts and he used to thread, and then they would give him chocolate in jail. And he was the jail boss. The jail boss. Okay, I believe it. Totally the jail boss. Scoutfin says, "Are they drug addicts? What's their story?" I would say yes. They do have addiction problems, including the need to. They are drug seeking. They'll go to hospitals and try and get stuff, especially Shani. Shani's been trying to get her fix ever since she came to Pennsylvania on multiple things. She says that she has a lot of things. The latest thing was the big C, right? That she has the big C. Also, wasn't it also fibromyalgia? And there is a sign. There's a sense that she does have type 2 diabetes, though, because she has like the three polys. She has like polydipsia, polyuria, polyphagia. So she's having excessive thirst, appetite, as well as peeing. Lindsay says, jail boss girlfriend, hold my pockets. That's what he was doing. He was holding pockets. He was shaving heads, breaking hearts, holding pockets, tying his shirt to the side. Hopeflow says, Koki was a purse holder. Who has diabetes, says Mary. I'm thinking that Shiny has diabetes. It would be typical for somebody with her diet regimen plus the weight. Like almost likely people at that size and diet will have type 2 diabetes. Black Velvet says Pennsylvania has a notorious drug area called Kensington Avenue. We need to search for them there. Ooh, I remember that. Yes, there's lots of YouTube videos about Kensington. We have a Kensington in Toronto. It's not as bad as Kensington, there isn't that Kensington, Philly, right? Or am I mistaken? Yeah, Kensington Avenue in Philly. Very notorious for a lot of shite goes down there. Exactly, Mary Higgs. Centripetal obesity, too. Yep. Runs in Circles says G-Man said Shiny and Rev's mattress had a big stain going all. Yes, I did see that. A big stain. She stained her mattress to the point where the stain went through the mattress to the floor. To the floor. I'm not making this up. He's like, yeah, this, and he showed it. He showed it because I saw the pictures. I'm like, how is that even possible that you have a stain through the mattress and to the floor? The floor is stained through the mattress. Ah, boy. Right? Well, good luck, Lisa B. I got 3 birthdays in the next 3 days, and it's impossible to put money back. Well, I wish you all the best. Positive vibes. We're here for you. She should take pointers from Foodie. She cured her. Yeah, right. Foodie curing her diabetes. She better make sure that all her meds are right. At least she was doing that. At least she was doing that. So, yep. Imagine that. So, she used to not get up to go to the bathroom. Yeah, I remember that, Blondie. I remember that well. But yeah, a lot has happened. Well, within last month, that is, in terms of like Shanny and Rev. But I think a lot of things have happened that are for the positive, like the kids in foster, I think, was a positive to not stay in a situation where the attention is on their mother rather than on their needs, because that was just a den of Shani does and says all. It's like, feed Shani, do this for Shani. It was just a bad situation. A den of perdition is what I would call it. Hopeflow says Philly is considering declaring Kensington a fee. Really? I didn't know that. Okay, Mary says, I believe Foodie will outlive us all. All evil people seem to thrive for some reason. Yeah, maybe she is feeding on the angst, the hate, the evilness. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? You don't watch them much? I used to watch them. Then Foodie happened, especially in November, December last year, when it was just Foodie Beauty from morning until night. I kid you not, like close to Christmas. It was brutal. As soon as you would get up, boom, 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 she'd be live streaming until nighttime. It was just way too much for Foodie Beauty stuff. And now it's like completely dead. A steady pace is good, but completely dead, it's kind of sucky. Because then, there's no Foodie. Well, at least there's Peetz. There's no Nader. There's, Even when I started out with Sagittarius Shawty. Sagittarius Shawty hasn't been doing much. The Crackhead Olympics was crazy. It was. Moso says Shani kept getting banned everywhere. It was hard to follow her. It was at that point in time when she got banned and she went on Realstream News, flashed, and then it was a ban fest. Every couple days she'd be banned, or even in fact the same day sometimes she would be banned because of like those Business Insider and I think Inside Edition as well did an article about the abuse that they both perpetrated on the two children. It wasn't just one of them, it was both of them. Both of them were perpetrating heinous acts on those children. You could hear it in their voice, you heard it in the threats. Hofo says, I think Foodie Beauty is hogtied so they could bathe there. Oh boy. Yikes. Mary says Foodie is playing by someone else's rules now. Well, doesn't she like that? She'll play by the rules as long as she has a man, and not only just a man, she has a husband. So it's like man squared right there. Man times two. She's got a hubby and a good looking one. Runs in Circles says she straight up called G-Man the N-word. Yes, she has called G-Man the N-word several times over their sordid history for years, but he still interacts with her. Maybe he's just grateful that they were actually she was actually flirtatious with G-Man at the start when they used to be on what was it called again? Where they met. What was it called? It was like atheist something. The Great Debate Community. That's where they met. So Shiny met G-Man and Rev in the Great Debate Community. By the way, did you know that Shiny was a nursing assistant for like a short while? Well, yeah, they met in the Great Debate Community, and she fancied G-Man, but then she caught wind that Rev had a sizable inheritance plus homes. So she was like, okay, I think I might fancy Rev. And because of that, she decided, hey, I'll just go with Rev and not G-Man. But maybe I can convince Rev to be the philanthropist he is and give her other suitor a conciliatory prize by way of Shiny's counseling. Yeah, Shiny counseled Rev in his philanthropic ways years and years ago when they were just sending money to everybody to give G-Man graciously his childhood home in Scranton for just $1. And he was magnanimous to do so. Only as a consolation prize, because, he won the lady of his dreams, or so he thought. Now, as Asani says, she said she was a home health and not a CNA. There's a difference. Yes, she said she was a home health and not a CNA. You are very right. So let me correct that. Thank you, Nine Lives Sandy, for the correction. But yep. Think about Shiny in any healthcare job. Very horrifying, exactly. Especially when we know what she's all about right now. Exactly. I still can't believe Rev got out of jail after what he did to Zach. That was very sickening to me. Extremely sickening. But hey, at least they still got that caddy, right? Speaking of the caddy, I wonder what's up with the caddy. I don't know. I kind of like that old school, fixing up that caddy. Then I can, drive around in a Cadillac, old school. Yeah, exactly. 9 Lives of Sandy. She took his ass back. Yes, they went through the money quick. We have all the old school videos of them going and spending money, giving hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to people such as Foodie Beauty until the gravy train was over. And then that was no more. We saw them in the video of The Beautiful World of Shane Dawson controversy makeup, as well as the conspiracy makeup. Remember? That's where they feel was part of their leverage to fame. was being in that video that was like over an hour long. How long was that again? Like almost an hour and a half, right? Where they were opening up their packages that some people will say, yeah, it's overpriced, but some people still buy it. There is an actuarian that does do these calculations at how much people are willing to spend for certain things. Deb R says, I thought they were devout Christians. Surely the Lord would help them. Well, they seem to think so. So Chantel did them like she did S-Jam. Yeah, pretty much. Chantel doesn't have any loyalty. She'll just take the money. The only loyalty she has is to her mouth and her kitty, and I don't mean BBJ or Sam. Or actually, maybe I should even count the other orifice, but I won't even say that. That's the only loyalty she has to her multitude of orifices. Smash that like button, people. Come on. If you haven't smashed that like button, smash that like button. How many of you think Jason has red brain? Okay, we're not even gonna go over that question. He does. He most likely does have Wernicke Korsakov. Highly likely to, especially if the guy has a drinking problem, and then you just like cold turkey off the drinking without any medical supervision whatsoever. You're gonna have some problems. Hopeflo says Chantel's gonna be the devil's nightmare. Yeah. Do they do speed or did she eat it all up? I'm not sure if she's ever done speed. There was speculation that when she was with her second husband Chris, there was allegedly, supposedly, a meth problem. They divorced in 2017 from living in Colorado. Yeah, they were living in Colorado. Yes, because Doug, they divorced in 20. She divorced in 2010 from Doug, and they were living in Minnesota. That's why she went Minnesota, Colorado to now Pennsylvania. Even though I think her childhood home was North Carolina, right? Like her parents grew her up in Black Mountain, North Carolina, outer suburb of Asheville. So she grew up in the suburb of Asheville in North Carolina. Somehow made it to Minnesota, then Colorado. Was in few places in Colorado. Then now she's been in few places in Pennsylvania. Foodie is a green card mule now. Yes, let's just say so. Yes, she is. Oh, you are from Asheville, Sandy? Okay. Well, it's a small world, isn't it? I heard that's where the meth is. Where? Like Pennsylvania, Colorado, or Minnesota? Isn't it like all over the US? Like it's a profound problem. Meth, what else is there? Cocaine. A lot of these things are a problem in the States. Like a lot of people ruin their lives because of it. And it's just completely sad that it happens to a lot of good people. Happens to the best of us: judges, lawyers, doctors, businessmen. Anybody and everybody can get addicted. Yeah, she did say awful things about her parents. That's very true. You have that Disney Ride song stuck in your head? Which Disney Ride song? Oh, which one is that? You mean like the Mickey and Minnie song, Nothing Can Stop Us Now? You see? Oh, okay, I see. It is a very small world. It is indeed. And it's only going to get smaller once we start to teleport, which is already a thing. Yes, I said it. Very, very, very small world. So, yeah. Hopefully, Mr. Big PP Whizzle is doing something, not just having A's written on his forehead with a properly cracky lacky head haircut on. I like that. Big PP Whizzle. How do you come up with stuff like that? Come on. How do you come up with that? Big PP Whizzle. I really like that. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna move on. I'm not gonna keep on the big PP Whizzle thing. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. Oh boy. Oh wow. Okay. She made him shave his head, and they only had a leg razor. Yeah. That's what happens then. That's how his head came up the way it did. But it was just the look. The look was epic, like her with her smirk, and then he comes into frame with the camera. Then his hair was just all messed up with that big A. And then he had this look with his mouth open. Like, why is he teasing me like that? Why does he make me want to laugh so hard? It's just everything coming together. It was so funny. But I need to not laugh because it's very serious. She was abusing him. Right? He's a baby carrot. Sandy, how about I leave that to you? How did he get the baby carrot name? Was that because of the whole OnlyFans adventure they went on? Wasn't that back in like 2020? They did the whole OnlyFans thing, and he really does have a baby carrot. Hey, didn't Shanny still think like the moon is fake and the stars are angels or something like that? Yeah, I think she still does. Omi Omi, yes, exactly. For sure. She made him shave his head, but why? Yeah, he was getting it in with prostitutes. That's why. Yeah, exactly. Yes, exactly. And how the hell do you have like a 3K a month place in Colorado? That's a lot of money. 3,000 US dollars a month. Why the hell would you ever pay that? It's not like they even bothered finding a place that's, adequate enough for them, but yet at a decent price. Cuz how the hell were you behind on a Dodge Durango payment and also behind on paying for your place, but yet you were handing money out, like, was it saying hand over foot, right? I think that's the saying. I don't know, why do I keep getting these sayings wrong? It's hand over fist, right? He was laying out the monies hand over fist. Lady DMA says 3K is not a lot of money for Colorado. Really? 3K a month? Not a That is a lot of money to me. Like, and that's US dollars. If you convert that to Canadian right now, you're close to like 4K. So you're paying like almost 4K a month on rent. That's ludicrous. That's like downtown Toronto numbers. Like you're in a condo downtown Toronto. Like you step outside of your door and you have everything at your feet. Colorado is expensive. Oh, that's why Colorado is expensive. Okay. All right. Well, good to know. Learn something about Colorado. Because for here, I have a friend who has a mortgage and they're only paying like not even $300 a month for their home, and it's a 2 bedroom. It's not like the best, but paying $300 a month Canadian for your home is actually pretty good. You live somewhere, it's heated, it has 2 bedrooms, it has a kitchen, it has a living room. It's not bad at all. You could renovate the place. It has a crawl space. I mean, it's not like a new home, but it is a home after all. Yeah, they spent all that money on junk. I still pissed that they left so many things behind that they could have sold. Yeah, $300 a month. I have a friend paying close to Niagara Falls, Ontario, of course, not the American side, the Ontario side. Yeah, and to my surprise, they only paid that much, which is good on them that they only pay that much money for their place. Colorado is bougie, bad bougie. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, by the way, rest in peace to one of the Migos. I'm saddened that a few days ago Takeoff, one third of legendary Georgia rap group Migos, passed away. It's very sad what we keep doing to musical artists. I was sad when XXX Tentacion died. Very sad. It was also sad when I heard that PNB Rock died. Yeah, it's very, very sad. Runs in Circle says the only thing they have left is the PlayStation. Exactly. You see, if he was proactive, he would have sold his shit rather than leave like mics worth hundreds of dollars there. Yeah, I mean, it was horrible. I couldn't believe it, Journey to 5K. And when I found out, I'm like, Takeoff? Really? Takeoff is such like a sweet guy. Like, I know people can't differentiate rap like lyrics from, how people can be good, upstanding citizens because, of how it is. But Takeoff was like the most quiet of the group. And they were literally family. Like, isn't Takeoff's uncle is Quavo, and then his first cousin, once removed, is third member, Offset. So they were literally blood relatives to each other. So rest in peace. Rest in peace to Takeoff. Still sad. Yeah, and now if you there's places in Canada that might not have conventional heating, like you might have stove heating, and you gotta fetch your own water, and whatnot, that you could get for like a couple of $1,000s. Like I remember a friend telling me back in 2015, his neighbor's home was selling for like $5,000, and they were like in and around the Gaspé area. But I think times have changed because the Bank of Canada has increased the Bank of Canada increase. I wonder what rate. Yeah, there's been a Bank of Canada rate hike like a day ago, and there's going to be another rate hike in the coming next 18 months. Usually, when that happens, it kind of gears down the economy to where it'll throttle the housing market. The housing market won't be as hot. It has a cooling effect, I should say, on the housing market, and of course, most places judge how well their economy is by they can judge it by a single factor: how many homes are being built, also sold and bought as well. But typically, it's like new homes. You can judge it by that, or yeah, their GDP overall. There's many ways to judge how well or how poorly an economy is doing. D-Rob says, my daughter is going to Niagara Falls this month for her 30th birthday. Well, cool. Come on over to the Canadian side. It is the best side after all. How do you fetch your own water? Well, yeah, I guess you could do wells, or you could just have like a system. I know there's lots of nouveau ways to get water. Yeah, I did see that it all happened over a dice game, which really sucks. To lose your life over a dice game is actually very, very sad. It's egregious, actually. It's uncalled for. It's disgusting. Yeah. But yeah, I was actually expecting another video from Foodie Beauty, but I guess not today. Maybe tomorrow. But I won't put my hopes on it. I will see what will happen over time. Like I said, I'm just here to commentate and react. And whatever happens, happens. We could see Jason picked up at any moment in time, because didn't he have court ordered community service from Colorado because he was driving and he got into an accident or something? What happened with that specific situation again? I think he left the scene or something like that, and it caught up to him. So he had court ordered community service in Colorado, but I believe he didn't fulfill the conditions of his judgment and just left Colorado. So he could actually have like a bench warrant. I don't think it would be active. I think it would be more bench issued. So we'll see what even happens with that. Plus the record for the obstruction of a peace officer situation. But it is possible, though, to fulfill community service in another state. You just gotta tell them you're moving. But you can only do that under certain conditions, though. and the revised terms must be approved and court ordered. So we'll see. Yes. Okay. Thank you. 9 Lives of Sandy. You know your stuff. Yeah. It was no insurance and he left the scene. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. She will sweat today. Of course she will. Or she may be cranking that AC up too high, making it feel like a Canadian winter inside Salah's home. I'm late. Did you discuss Nader already? Not really, QZ, but we can discuss Nader anytime you want. Do you have any questions, concerns, anything you want to say about the whole Nader situation? Do you know where he's at? Did he get a job? Well, he can always go back to what he was doing. Wasn't he doing countertops before? He was. And then he stopped doing the countertops the morning that he told Foodie Beauty he had to go to work. And she was like, no, she's just going to pay him the same amount he would have worked for that day. And then that was pretty much it. He just decided to stop working. Just like that. I don't think so, QZ. I don't think he got a job. If he was gonna do anything, he'd just do YouTube because it's so easy. All you gotta do is cook poorly at that and then just talk. Speaking of cooking, I did get some stuff. I think I'm gonna cook tomorrow. I'm gonna use portobello mushrooms, yeah, as buns, and I do have meat that is plant based. So I'm gonna do maybe a plant based burger tomorrow. I do have the Impossible plant based burger or beef that I got. It's quite expensive, but I did get it. So we'll maybe do a burger night tomorrow on my third channel, of course. Hopeflow says El Stabby is a hobosexual. Yes, he is. He is a hobosexual. And I'm sure he might be still living his life with Didi, of course. Still not sure what's happening with her place or whatever happened to her place, but hey, we'll find out in time. Hey, Texas Peep, welcome. Will it be a live stream, Monty, or a video? I think I'll probably do a live stream, Mary. I think this is live stream worthy. Then we can talk after, because typically SJam would be, replacing Foodie Beauty because she used to live stream all the time. But then SJam started live streaming, but we haven't seen SJam in days because he was doing cooking stuff. So maybe I'll just do my cooking stuff. So I'll live stream tomorrow. And maybe I'll also do a video. We'll have to see. Because I have like a shit ton of other stuff that I need to do, that I literally wake up in the morning like 6. Sometimes like 5:36, and then I won't go to bed until late because it's like nonstop. Marie says, Monty, I'll bet DLF called Mama Scrunch. He has said he found a dead body. He probably did. Probably was bragging about it. Probably posted those pictures and whatnot all over the place. Who knows? DLF is, clouting up. He is the Debo of Buffalo, New York, after all. You like portobello mushrooms? Okay, well, we'll see how they turn out with my Impossible Burger with a portobello mushrooms bun. I'll probably also do the keto stuff in time. Like I said, the stuff is actually pretty expensive. Like, for me to get like a pack of like that Impossible Burger meat, it is a lot of money. I love the Beezers being abandoned. Aw, poor Beezers. Poor Beezers. Why? Oh boy, it was probably in his crawl space. Yeah, probably. All right. I was maybe gonna invite, if anybody that has come up before, if you want to come up for the last I don't know, for a couple minutes, I'll invite you. They were living vicariously through her fat antics, Mary, and bam, gone. True. A lot of people were living like actually I was gonna do something with carrots. My other thing was to do some sort of like meat. Maybe I'll still even use the Impossible Burger meat because I'll use that, and then I had some more mushrooms, and then I had some carrots. Maybe I'll slice up some little baby carrots, and we can hang out and talk about whatever. Where is Megan? Yeah, Megan is here and there. You know, she's around. Not everybody's gonna be around all the time, and I respect that. But yeah, I like when Megan's on. She's pretty hilarious. Maso says, in real life, I know nothing about my friend's boyfriend's carrots. On YouTube, it is a subject. It is. It is a subject indeed. But yeah. Well, so yeah, I didn't get to see, like I said, the Sagittarius Shorty latest stream. Even though, like I said, I started off with Sagittarius Shorty. Roasted carrots so till they're caramelized or so good. Okay, maybe I'll do that. Carrots with oyster sauce. Maybe that will be good. They're delicious. Yeah, carrots are amazing. I loved just eating carrots, not cooked or anything. Just, just eating carrots. That was my thing. Oh, for sure, Edna. For sure, for sure, for sure. Um, I made buffalo chicken tenders and Greek salad tonight. Okay, awesome. For me, impossible burger stuff. Like I have the patties. Well, it's more like a square slab, but I did do that tonight. But like I said, it's pretty expensive. It's okay, everybody. At least I've been living with it. I consider. I see Texas P. Positive vibes to you. Positive vibes. What else is there? Nothing much. I just wonder what's gonna happen. Maybe I'm gonna have to start going back and doing Amberlyn Reed videos. If this comes to shove, how you guys have been liking the Peetz streams? I mean, he's pretty redundant, right? Okay, Mouse Toes, message me on Instagram or Twitter, and I'll give you the invite link if you want to come up. Just message me on Instagram or Twitter, and then I'll give it to you. Edna, you want to know about BTC Bitcoin? Bitcoin, what's the price right now? Okay, Bitcoin. It has gone up since the 21st. Okay. All right. It looks like there is some stability, or there's a zone at 28,000 Canadian. Yeah, there seems to be price action in that area. Even if I look back to August, July, early July, June, June 14th, it seems to be an area where there's price action going on. So it either will break out up or down, but it might continue a parallel trend over time. It depends on how long, right? Until the big players decide to break it out of that parallel trend that has been happening for the past week. Yeah, it's been happening for the past week. I've never actually done that with Bitcoin. If I'm gonna do Bitcoin, I usually just hold it. Who makes the Impossible Burger meat? I'm in Massachusetts. I have to check because let me check. Give me a second. I'm looking at the flyer right now. Okay. It doesn't readily say. Let me look. It's Impossible. So the brand is Impossible. That's who makes it. Foodie Beauty Chantel is posted up on you new community post. Oh, okay. Let me check that out. Did she say something about me? No. Hi, new vlog coming soon. Thank you for your patience and mostly thank you for being here. Wow, and she didn't finish with marhaba? Really? Okay. Let me share my screen and we can take a look at this. Wait a second. It's like 5 a.m. where she is right now. It's like 5:07 a.m. All right, maybe she just hasn't gotten on their sleep schedule. All right, here it is. Let me share. So this is it. 10 minutes ago. Hi, new vlog coming soon. Thank you for your patience. And mostly thank you for being here. Okay, cool. I mean, that looks beautiful. That looks amazing. Nice. All right. Oh, you talk about Twitter and the use of the N word went up 500% since Elon Musk bought it. Yikes. Foodie Beauty's watching me. She probably is. Okay, Rob, if you want to come up, you can come up. Um, invite, copy. Here we go. Doesn't sound like her words. Maybe she's a changed woman. Maybe she's just happy right now. All right, somebody sent me something. Okay, these. I gotta do this. Okay, sweet. I gotta check my Instagram. Nothing on Instagram. Okay. American Girl, have a good night. Take care of yourselves. Take care of yourself, I should say, rather. She seems too polite lately. Well, she is gonna be polite. She's getting what she wants. So she's gonna be the nice girl. She has to be the nice girl. She's only gonna be the mean girl when she doesn't get what she wants. Mary says you're still leery about the Kuwait trip. Okay. Hey, Mouse Toes, if you still want to come up, the link is now in the chat. Hey, Rob, I'm gonna add you now. I do see you in the back. Ileana says, Monty, did you hear about the CEO of Impossible Burger got into a road rage incident where he bit the other driver's nose? I did not. Hey, Rob, what's up?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
Good. Oh, so you see, this time I remembered to have the right name.
Yes, yes.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, so what did you want to talk about?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll let the chat maybe lead the conversation.
Yes.
For sure. But yeah, I've never seen it like this. Like when you think about Foodie Beauty, when she takes time off, it might be for a day or maybe a day and a half the most. It's really weird if she takes 2 days off, but even with that, it's super rare that she ever takes that much time off.
She's probably recuperating. She's probably
Yeah, she probably is.
tired and yeah.
Exactly. All right, I see Mouse Toes. Mouse Toes. Okay, I'm gonna add you right now. Cover your camera, turn it off. I'll add you. Hello. You're muted, Mouse Toes.
Hey, D Rob. Hey, Monty. Sorry.
Hey, now we can hear you.
Okay, good. And I muted my YouTube side, of course.
Yeah. So how are you doing?
I am enjoying not having chins around.
That's it.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's different because
Okay.
we're so used to it, right?
And sickness that we've had for so long.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
So it's been actually pretty quiet.
it was such a psychotic trip with the low BMI voice, the hijab, that it's like, it's sort of like a breath of fresh air, and that the Beezers have been abandoned.
Yep. Yep.
Mhm.
I'm sure the Beezers are feeling quite away right now.
So what do you think, Monty? Do you think, why do you think he hasn't posted?
Because the journey was a bit taxing on her. Plus
Right.
the change in time is different.
You think she's
So
okay? Because some people are thinking, well, like, is she kidnapped? Or
I'm sorry. What did you say to Rob?
because some people are saying, like, maybe she was kidnapped. You know, they're the worst.
I see. I think she's fine. Like she just posted a picture of herself. So
Oh, she posted a picture of herself?
no, I'm sorry. She posted a picture of the area that she's in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think too, if she didn't make the time adjustment with
Right.
forcing herself to stay awake after she landed, she's still on Canada time.
I think so as well. Because if you're posting that at like after 5 a.m., then you're definitely still on Canada time.
Mhm. I think it's a miracle she made the flight physically as large as she is with some blood clot issues because international flying is physically taxing.
It is indeed. It is, especially that amount of time that she was on the plane. That is a long amount of time for somebody who hasn't taken the best care of her health.
And seem to be in the receipts that don't recline at the very back too.
Yes, exactly.
I don't miss seeing Heather, okay, but I do miss seeing Dee Dee because she generally would make me laugh, and I do hope she's okay.
Yeah, I do hope so as well that, things work out for her. She's in a bad situation that, people get themselves into. Is just, I hope that she can get herself out of it.
Yeah, because she was such a together woman, supporting herself, loved her mom, had a brother, that to see it go down with an individual like he is was really sad, really shocking, with the videos that came out. And the fact that he is so unattractive, to top it off and getting older.
Yeah, exactly. So I think the worst thing that happened to both Foodie Beauty and Didi was Nader.
Yeah.
I can only imagine what would have happened if she found a more proper guy.
Yes. Me
I
too.
also think she may be trolling a little bit because she knows everyone wants to know that she's okay. She's with the guy, like purposely like stringing it along so we could be more excited when she posts again or makes a video.
That's a good point because she was down to so few participants in her lives. She had a lot of viewers, but like 19 or 21 actual members chatting. And so that would make a lot of sense. But I'm just like, she's gone way too far this time. And
Right.
I was glad when Dee Dee stepped in because at that point I thought Chins was seriously a danger to him. The CPAP rescues, the
Mhm.
watch what I'm going to do. I mean, I've never seen a real life drama like that play out to where I actually thought a male was in danger.
Right. So Didi hasn't posted it either? She hasn't posted anything?
She's being radio silent.
So what do y'all think's going on with that?
Whatever Nader is doing, Didi's doing.
Hmm. That's kind of scary.
Yes.
It
My husband
is.
would be they broke up, but I don't think so.
Mm.
It doesn't. And someone said, I think in your chat last night, that Nader, I love the way Dee Dee says his name, Nader, Nader. And when Chins imitates her, it does crack me up. Um, that he was starting to delete videos as well. So I'm like, wow, how is this connected that they're both, because she has just scrubbed her channel. Hopefully she's just privatized the videos, but
Mm.
it's kind of crazy. They're both doing it.
Probably for different reasons, though.
Right. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the motives are all there, like for different reasons, but I think it might have to do with the court and the
Right.
situation or situations he's in.
Mhm. And he would have been told to do that before. And like you said, he loves to do a 3 to 5 hour live stream. But gosh, the things he says and how angry he gets is like, it's actually terrifying to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, for sure. He's very quick to anger and prone to anger a lot of times. So he's very scary person when it comes to that, especially when he feels like he can abuse you.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. It's unimaginable to me because I thankfully have not had the upbringing Shanny has given her children, and never had an abusive father or brother. So
Mm.
it's unimaginable to me to be attracted to someone who would have that, snap your finger flare of anger, or much less be attracted to him or want to stay with him.
Exactly.
Mhm.
I think she got caught up, and for her own safety, I felt like she had to just like go along with it or pretend like it was okay.
Mhm.
So I don't know. She probably was hoping that he did get locked up.
Isn't it And then the court dates turn out to be dead ends, just a continuance,
Yeah.
just a continuance again. And you know how people all think, oh, I hope so and so gets deported. Canada doesn't deport a whole lot. The US doesn't. I mean, we have people being killed,
Mm.
in our country. Um, and it's like there's nothing they can do to get kicked out. It's just, but the continuances are insane.
Yeah, I think he's gonna keep doing that for as long as possible,
Yeah.
which is what I was saying from the beginning. He's just gonna draw this out for like a year or two, and just keep coming back every 2 months or so. Keep coming back every 2 months until the prosecutors say, "Hey, you've had enough time.
Right.
Let's start."
Hmm.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I
Yeah.
mean, but a lot with court cases. Sometimes it takes years,
Yeah.
but usually they're more serious cases, but still.
Hmm. We could have never written the script, because my feeling was Dee Dee really did save him and get him to leave Gatineau or whatever and go to Montreal. But then how quickly it took a dive of
Hmm.
everything changing. We could not have written this.
Right.
And then Chin's going to see them. Then the thing before Cuba, the crazy Cuba rage, which made no sense to any of us. And I thought, why is she lying about? No one could have written this. This is up there with Monica Lewinsky, America living in the freaking Watergate, right? Nobody would have ever put that in a novel,
Right.
because people would have said that's too unbelievable. So, yeah, it is very shocking, but I don't know why. I'm enjoying her gone. It's like, woo, she's another country's problem. I know the things she'll face there. And it's like, Lord, you made your bed, now lie in it. Just enjoy it. And remember how she wants to immerse herself in the culture? There's no culture to immerse yourself into, you
Oh,
know?
God.
Yeah.
She probably has not left the hotel room or wherever she is.
It's
Yeah,
wild.
I think if she left, she probably went to Starbucks or something.
And
Or McDonald's. Do they
Yeah.
McDonald's or something, Burger
Yeah,
King.
they have delivery there, so that can be helpful. But she'll still have to go down to the lobby to get it because they won't let them come up to a woman alone in her room.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I loved the realizing how short she was in the end of the video she put up and
Mm.
how round she was. She looked like a hobbit. What does someone say that always cracked me up? Herpling her way, she herples her way behind the luggage cart, cracked me up. And then she got that nervous giggle, and I went, "Oh God, this is hysterical."
So who do you think was videotaping her?
I think it'll be a female escort,
Hmm.
or she went with someone, like she was escorted there,
Mm-hmm.
which would explain not dropping 4,000 on a business class seat, just getting a $900 seat, um, because the whole thing's just odd. Like,
Yeah.
I could not hug my husband in the airport. It was so funny because he had told me I can't hug him, but of course I go to hug him and he had to stick out both arms and stop me dead in my tracks on my shoulders. But it had been a long 2 flights. I'd been up 27 hours and I needed that hug. So it
And it
was,
was your husband and you couldn't hug him?
yeah, there's no public display of affection.
Wow.
Yeah, you don't hold hands going down the street, anything like that.
Oh my.
And of course, we abided by it because he was a contractor for the Department of Defense, and you don't want to make any kind of issue. So, but he had me once walk a bunch of steps in front of him, and the minute I did, men would brush by me and brush against me. So I
Hmm.
was always safe just because we were clearly together. We're clearly Americans, and I wore tennis shoes, the big baggy kind of party pants, uh,
Mm-hmm.
tight fitting. And then I learned why they were doing it in Kuwait at that time. For the 2 visits I made out of 5, the majority of prostitutes were Russian, and they died or it appeared they died it. They had coal black hair, and I had coal black hair. Of course, I'm gray-headed now, but at the time I had coal black hair, so they assumed I was a prostitute. So this
What?
can only happen to me. Yeah.
Also, to maybe procure your services, they would brush up against you and see how you react.
Yes, yes, and yeah, so we found that out from a big Egyptian fellow, but I could not go anywhere without him safely, or it didn't matter if they were from India or whatever. There were, of course, no Kuwaitis out there. It's all foreigners. They would all come up to me. I mean, didn't matter when I put a scarf over my head either.
When
So,
you
but
say there were no Kuwaitis there, you mean like out in the open, like just in certain areas, or?
right, 70% of the country is expatriates who are working. The
Mm.
Kuwaitis do not work. They don't have to. My husband was on a big job in the harbor, and so when he had to go talk to the head of the harbor, he had to travel, and they had a fellows pick him up and take him to this huge sheikh's house who was a Kuwaiti. I mean, it was a mansion, as you can imagine, to get things signed off for, but they don't have to work because it's oil rich.
So the people don't work?
Nope. They can own a business, but you're not going to find them in the dress shop. They're not going to be at the port. They're not going to be at the boatyard. The only time we saw them was when we would stay in the luxury hotels, go for a weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and they were there for what I would just call a ball, like we have a ball, and the women are incredibly beautiful. I mean, incredibly, with these beautiful, long, um, not a ball gown like we know it, not form fitting, but the women could have makeup. They'd have on all that in spectacular gold jewelry, and the men were just in their best dish dashy and um, the headdress that they wear shape. That's the only time we saw them anywhere. It's just a country of expats who work, whether it's at a restaurant or a hotel or wherever.
Oh,
So pretty much the Kuwait citizens stand out when
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely. And they travel in an entourage. So we were at a mall one time, and these big Egyptians came running and were saying something. And so we all just moved against the windows. And then it was one of the group of actual Kuwaitis. It was one man with like 11 escorts with him.
what?
And then we, people get run out of the store while they go in.
Wow.
But I hope she'll put up photos of the gold souks. You go to these gold souks, and it is these huge gold. And I brought back some incredible gold. I had a necklace made that looks like the emblem of my father as a colonel in the U.S. Army. And they have a very unique stamp on them that's specific to Kuwait but they are sitting there with literally huge gold bars. And
Wow.
security in the jewelry stores and in those gold souks is absolutely incredible. But to me, the only great thing about Kuwait was the gold souks.
Wow. That's very interesting.
Mhm. But there wasn't anything to explore. I mean, you go
Mhm.
to the towers of Kuwait, that's done. That was 3 dinar. You see that. The ocean is filthy. The whole place is filthy. But
Oh,
it's a Mhm. Yeah.
Or is there like I was watching this cat lady and she's like there's a stray cat problem there, like a lot of like stray cats, and there's wild dogs on the outskirts.
Yes, and it's the same with cats in Morocco, but they love the cats. So you know how like when a palm tree dies, they'll just leave a big nub in it and kind of hollow it out, and the cats live in that, and everybody leaves food for them. It was the exact same in Morocco.
Oh, I see.
So you don't see them run over or they're
hmm
not abused, but I don't even know if like I don't keep animals in my house. When I've had a cat or a dog, I've had a Finch yard, they're outside. I know that was a big thing with Nader, remember? Not wanting cats inside. So because you didn't have the opportunity to get to know a Kuwaiti, right? Because you're not Muslim and your
hmm
husband's not going for the Quran studies every night at different houses. I don't know if they have them live in their house.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. That's
Very interesting. Yeah,
very
all of this.
interesting.
And the only thing she can do is go from one fast food restaurant, TGIF, to another. I think our big thing was, remember when Fuddruckers was a big hamburger joint?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they opened one there, and we went because there would be a lot of US and Canadian military people there, and we could talk to someone else, right?
Wow.
Like I could go talk to the Marines. And we were just each other's companion other than the expats who were working with him, and most of them didn't have their wives with them. It was just so like, oh, let's go to Fuddruckers tonight. We can talk to guys in the military about things. It's the little things that excited us. Yeah.
Right. Are the people friendly or
The the expat, it's a very macho place. Like you would never take a public bus there. It's like if the bus can hold 40 people, there's 90 of them in it.
oh wow.
Because the immigrants who are working there, the workforce, are paid very little. They work 6 days a week. They work 12-hour days. So it's just work, work, work. So it's like my husband's big, as in tall, not fat.
Mm-hmm.
And so as an American, you kind of stand out because you're bigger than the guys from India and stuff. So they never, they would go to approach and then back off. But we saw some of the shorter Americans have a bunch of guys walk up and trying to convince them to buy something or whatever. So you kind of have to look intimidating. And as a woman, I didn't look any men in the eye. So,
Mm-hmm.
and that is very hard to intimidate somebody when you're not giving them the stink eye.
See it. Yeah. I
Like you
can
got to get that neck roll, put your
right.
hand on your hip. You don't do that, D-Rob.
Are
You don't do that.
are are women not to look the guys in the eye? Because I was reading that you're not supposed to look the woman, like the woman, in the face or the eye.
Oh, they look you straight in the head. You can feel them boring into your forehead.
Oh.
But you look down.
I could not.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
hmm But so to me, it was not fun. It was not interesting, other than the gold souk. I mean,
Mhm.
that was the only thing that was in. I mean, I don't want to eat at TGF Fridays. I could do that when I was back in whatever state we lived
It-
in, Texas, South Carolina. But I didn't like Turkish food. I called it grass. My husband was all excited. "Oh, you got to try this." I said, "Bro, this is grass." It took me forever to dental floss. I'm not a cow, you know? And it was, yeah. So if we go into a restaurant, he was excited because we got to sit in the family section. He didn't have to just go sit in the other room where there were no women. But only shopkeepers would really talk to us. Um, no one else, no female ever talked to me or anything like that. But she, I know, will have escorts surely from his family. So it'll
that
be
has to be
difficult.
so lonely, though.
Yeah, it's if you ever read the books on the Middle East, The Lonely Planet. Yeah, like if she went to Morocco, she would love it. But the women, they all wear a hijab there. But these
Mhm.
are the most beautiful women I've ever seen. Okay. They wear
Mhm.
super tight fitting clothing. They speak French. Um, Crossing the roads was hard because, if it's a 4-lane highway, but they make it 8, I literally could not cross the street by myself.
Right.
So but she would be an obese there would be very, very unusual. But
Mhm.
because the king of Morocco is a direct descendant of Muhammad, he told everyone to embrace the tourist or expatriates or people working there. So they were very open to us coming. In Kuwait, the attitude is whatever expat is there working, whether your Department of Defense is, you are here to serve.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was very unique. Yeah, my husband did not love it, but after that, he got a job in Spain, which was God's reward.
Right.
Being
Right.
Kuwait. So, so yeah, I don't know what she was expecting, but I don't think it'll be fabulous. And she ought to come
Wow.
back with some serious gold. If she don't, he is dead ass broke. Mhm.
Wow. So
Yes.
someone from his family would have to be the person to escort her, or it could be, yeah. So it couldn't
It
be
would,
a female.
yeah, most likely it would be like a family member, like a sister or an aunt. If he doesn't have any, it would be somebody he pays. Unless he doesn't. But remember how she said when he go into chat, "Oh, Salah, my sweet, sweet, my sweet, sweet." It just gagged me. And he told me he will take great care with me and make sure that at every moment I am satisfied. I'm thinking, girl, you do not know how these relationships work. Because that is not how they work. Okay. You the woman, you pump out them babies, you cook, you clean, you take care of the mama. You are the equivalent of gum on the sidewalk.
Wow.
This will make you laugh, D-Rob. When I got back on a plane and I was making a connection in Philadelphia into South Carolina, we had enough. I flew first class every time because we had enough frequent flyer miles. Okay. That's the price you pay for traveling when you work, right? You get some perks.
Right.
And I get in the plane and I have the front seat and there's one next to me and a man is in my seat. And I said, "Oh, I'm sorry, that's my seat." And he said, "Well, I'm sitting here with my partner," which was another man with a laptop in his lap. And I snapped. And I said, "If you wanted to sit next to your boyfriend, you should have had your secretary make it. Get up out of my seat before I snap your ass out of it." I am on the last way from Kuwait where I was treated like gum on the sidewalk. This is America, and we're going to throw hands. Get up. Get up. Okay.
Good for you.
Did
Now,
you get up?
I have to tell you what a tiny world it is. Okay. So he gets up and I can't apologize enough. And the stewardess goes, "Is there a problem?" I said, "Not if he gets his short ass out of my seat, there won't be." So the guy on the other side stands up. He's huge, like 6'6". He shakes my hand He said, I want to offer you my window seat. This is the greatest trip I've ever had. Why were you in Kuwait? I said, the only reason a woman goes to Kuwait is for a damn conjugal visit. Okay. Now I'm home and I want to sit in the seat I paid for, not get sassed by a man. And he
Right.
asked me who your husband works for. He was the frickin' CEO of a very large company. And the guy who told me was in my seat was my husband's boss.
Are you serious?
Crap you not. So the guy sitting there is howling. The guy from this company gives me his card to prove he's the CEO. And he said, if your husband needs a job, he's got it. But he's always flying with you. So
Oh, that is perfect.
this is how tough. But I'm flying from Philadelphia to Greenville, South Carolina, which is the engineering capital of the world.
Mm-hmm.
It was it. So after that, I had a great conversation with him, and he could not. He sent me flowers. He
Oh.
asked my husband, could he send me flowers, of course, to apologize. But he had never taken his wife into Kuwait, and he wasn't coming from there. But
Mm-hmm.
it's just like, man, I snapped on him. But I had been over there, 2.5 months where you're not looking somebody in the eye. Now, if that happened today, I'd probably been arrested, right? Probably been a bomb threat or something. So, but yeah, I learned I did not realize how badly I felt being over there 2.5 months,
Mm-hmm.
looking people in the eye, trying to be respectful. It's very wearing on you
Yeah, I
when,
can.
particularly a Southern woman, like, hey, how y'all doing?
Mm-hmm.
You're courteous and outgoing.
Yeah.
To stifle yourself that long, I kind of snapped. But I was ready to kick his ass. I
But
really
that's
was.
with kids.
Yeah,
I mean, who is he to tell you he wasn't moving? That's not right.
yeah, like he was the boss of me, like
It's-
everybody in Kuwait had been.
he was like, I'm not having it another minute.
You see, he didn't understand me. It turned out when I said, listen, I've been treated like, gum on the sidewalk had more value than I did. So you really don't, but I never experienced that in Morocco. I never experienced that in Riyadh. I mean, as a woman, you went on the back of the bus, but um, you didn't feel lower than
Mm-hmm.
because they were used to tourists and embraced tourism.
Yeah.
So I'll be
These
curious
people
how
are
she
rude
does,
away.
but I don't miss her. I'm digging not seeing her.
She's probably
Well,
terrified.
yeah, we shall see what happens tomorrow because she
Yeah.
Right.
says that it's coming out. New
Oh God.
vlog.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, exactly.
Will it be as boring as this one? Here's the little snack. It was really quite good. And look, we got guacamole and salsa. I thought, God Almighty, this is like the beginning days of Facebook where everybody put pictures up of their lunch, remember?
Yeah.
That's just food. Oh, God, with the modest nails. And I was like, I mean, international flights could be a whole lot of fun. That was not a fun one way in the back by the bathroom. I was like, oh, I do not want to sit there.
Oh, that's where she was. I didn't notice that she was near the bathroom.
Yeah, she said way at the back,
Hmm.
and yeah, you could tell.
You think it was on purpose?
Yes. Hmm. Yeah. Because then people wouldn't see her struggle to get into the bathroom
Oh.
also. But if she ate all that, she had to use that potty at least times.
Yeah, so yeah, she picked her seat to make sure that she's there, so that she.
And people
Yeah.
were saying that they believe she paid for 3 seats or 2 seats. What do you guys think about that?
I mean, it's possible.
Yeah.
She could
I
have.
think she paid for two, and that's why she got the two in the back.
Hmm.
You see how slender those seats were?
I did. I was like, wow.
I was like, I cannot fly from, the coast of South Carolina to Orlando that uptight. You know what I mean? Sitting next to my husband, his shoulders would be up at my ears. So yeah, I think she would have had, and that would explain why she didn't get business because that would only be 1,800 instead of 4,600.
That's a lot of money for a
Oh
flight.
yeah. Mm-hmm. But at least we only use frequent flyer miles to get laid. You know what I
Right.
mean? Yeah. And then I could come home with some gold.
Right.
Because if the poop ever hits the fan, but I've had my stuff weighed and I've had jewelers offer me really good money, but I love it because of, like I said, it took me 10 weeks, to pick out what I wanted. And for that, they literally pounded it out with the stamps.
Oh,
The amazing craftsmanship, you know?
isn't
So
the
I,
gold like super
oh,
yellowish?
it is so gold because it's like 24 karat and above. The guy pointed at my bracelet and wrote 14, right? And that smiley face, like 14 karat gold. Ha ha ha.
Mm,
Yeah. And I have a bracelet and you can't wear it long because it gets warmed by your skin and it'll start to feel stretchy.
wow.
Yeah. It's fine.
Yeah, that type of gold is very soft and tender. You could use your fingernail and make indents in it.
Yeah. You know how you get like a jewelry rider? I had
Mhm.
I had State Farm insurance at the time, and
Hmm.
they came to my house to look at it with an appraiser and then told me I had to get, what do you call it? Banks used to have those boxes you'd have to pay for.
Oh, the safe deposit box.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
hell no. Yes, that. I was like, and what? When I want to wear it, I'm gonna like make an appointment and go in there. So they let me get you can get any safe today, and it just bolts into your closet, into your big choice. And then they had, because video wasn't big then, and they had to come and video it to give me a rider. Because if your house burns, that's just melting. So if he has any kind of money at all, she's gonna get some seriously yellow gold. If not, she didn't get a proper wedding gift because they covered their brides in that gold. I mean, some of those weigh 8 and 9 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. I think Foodie Beauty might be the one paying,
Me
but we'll
too.
see what happens.
Yep.
You
But
won't be
I
able to do that, can't you?
What'd you say?
Can she buy gold or
oh
it
yeah.
doesn't matter?
hmm Yep, they'll take your
Oh,
money.
take your moolah.
Mhm. But if she's not with somebody to walk her out, likely the person in the jewelry store will have her robbed.
Oh my God.
Yep. So we hired an Egyptian. He was 7 feet 2 inches tall. Okay. And we met him at the jewelry store, and then he could help you go. And they also help the women, even the Kuwaiti women, transporting from a car into the venue. They go with this breathtaking gold. I mean, the only thing you get is the gold. That's it. You get this bitchin' necklace, right? And then you go and the man has his own living room and you take care of the kids and stuff. I mean, it's
Wow.
like I said before, we'll go to church for Bible study Wednesday and Sunday for an hour and a
Hmm.
half. In Islam, you live that religion 24 hours a day, and it's not a hardship to them. To me, I'm bored out of my mind, right? I need to
Right.
I don't twerk or anything, but I do like to bust them, right? Shake my tail feathers every once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I am very curious about Shanny because she has never been off this long. Like wherever they are, there ain't no internet, not a Wi-Fi, nothing.
Yeah, so yeah, uh I hope she's okay. I mean,
Maybe
We
it's in
would have
Rio
met
or
these
jail.
twisted souls in real life, and aren't you glad, D. Rob? We only know them from YouTube.
Oh yeah. I
Mhm.
can't. I could never have those people in my real life. No way.
yeah, they'd be way too frustrating. Like, there's always drama every single day.
Right. Imagine if they were your friends.
Oh,
Oh God, no.
imagine living in the townhouse next to Chin's when she's yelling "Pete" at 3 in
Right.
the morning, and he's raging with Twitter headlines. I liked Peetz when he was first with her at the villa because he was funny when he needed the island with her, and I hope so badly that he, instead of Stella gets her groove back, Peetz gets his groove. I don't think he ever had a groove, but let's just hope he get. I'd like to see him flourish.
Yeah.
I'm pulling for somebody I don't even know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also wish the best for him. Like he's had it bad, but then he hasn't really done anything to take himself out of that situation until now. So
Right.
it's also he's partly to blame for the situation.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But we've watched him mentally get sadder.
Mhm.
You know,
We
because he's the one who took her to the grocery, remember, after breaking up with BB, and he was the one encouraging her. And then her not getting up to take him to work. He didn't want to move to the villa. It's where she dreamed of living. So it's why I didn't have a lot of mercy with the Nader thing, is because I've watched her be so cruelly manipulative, right? And then
Yeah,
she felt manipulated by him. She's the manipulator.
that's true.
Yeah.
Because I remember when she used to have him in her vlogs before, and they would go on like little day trips and stuff.
Yes.
And he had so much energy, and it's like he's almost a different person now. Sad.
Yeah. He's like a coat hanger, when the clothes just hanging on it.
Yeah.
The farthest we've seen him walk was when she went to roll down the hill, showing everybody her underwears, you know?
Hmm.
Yeah. Just, I just can't imagine. Just imagine having Dee Dee and Nader living on one side of your apartment, and then Shins and B. Okay,
Oh,
we jump off our balcony and keep.
exactly. Immediately. Like,
How many times do I have to jump off before this?
yeah, they'd be too much.
Yeah. It would be too much for sure. And the smell and the roaches, because of course we're in the South and we don't get that big snow thing. Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting.
I
Yeah.
think I'd rather deal with Chantel and Peetz than Didi and Nader.
Weren't
The
they so
fighting,
loud
all of that.
cooking? Yeah. And how many the smoke alarm going off? Never used hood. And how many times Dee Dee said, "My oven has never worked right." Okay, hang a thermometer in it. They make an oven you put inside, and then it's a simple, this ain't rocket science. And you would think a professional chef would know how to calibrate an oven. If I can do it, and I'm 65 years old, I'm pretty sure a professional chef could do
He's not professional. That's the problem.
it. The things we'll never forget, the carrot, a full-size carrot baked inside meat, ground beef wrapped around. Remember the special meatloaf?
I missed that. He did that?
Oh dear God, yeah. Monty, what else was in there? A zucchini, a carrot. Yeah, it was like a meatloaf roll.
Yeah, he's too
No,
much.
no.
I don't even know who's worse, the soup that Foodie made for him at the
Oh,
trap house or what he did on multiple meals.
that was vile. Yeah,
Yeah.
And
that was very,
Chantel can't cook either. And like, why is she always trying to cook? The stuff looks disgusting. She doesn't wash her hands. She's like cat hair and everything in it.
yep.
I'm like, yuck.
I mean, Pete's cannot cook or chop an onion, but
No,
good
can't
God,
do
they can't even sharpen the knife. And then how about we put the tripod where we can see the food?
it.
The same thing at Dee Dee's. Somebody can't get a camera and clasp the little hangy hook above the stove. I cook on camera and I can get a better view than that. And Monty,
I was just
you
about to say, Monty does a great job.
yes, yep. And he's taste testing now, T-Rob. Remember, he wasn't just like, "Oh, you got to taste it."
Yep. Catch me tomorrow for, my impossible burger with the portobello mushroom buns.
And you can think
Oh,
about this, Monty, because December is the big time. Like I have a gravy video that's got millions of views,
Oh,
and
oh wow.
nice.
it'll get probably 45 or 50,000 views just for December. It's like 7 years old.
Oh, nice.
My crap's old.
What kind
Um,
of gravy is that?
good old brown southern gravy from the pot roast, D-Rob, that you
All
put
right.
on your mashed taters, your rice, make you slap your mama.
All right
And let
now.
me tell you, my gravy done caught me a man,
All
okay?
right, girl.
My husband's mother could not cook, and she had chunks of flour in a watery gravy and a hard-boiled
Lord.
egg. I just
What
was
the
like,
hell? I mean, sorry.
yeah, it's there. It was on it, and that was welcome to meeting them for Thanksgiving. Somebody killed me. Yep. So, and if you can, from your lives, Monty, if you can edit your video and not a short, because there's no monetization to a short, but if you can make small videos and start on your either this channel or stories from the internet or whatever, a playlist of your recipes, you will get heck of views because people cannot cook. And since COVID, they want to know how. They couldn't find a box of Kraft macaroni and cheese.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
What's your channel? Is your channel Mouse Toes?
Yeah, it's mouse toes.
Oh, I'm gonna look
Yeah.
for-
And I do like a little fishing. I do some crab, and I'm just weird. I don't care. It's not
That's not
professional.
weird. That's not
Yeah,
weird at all.
and it's just fun. But yeah, you can build cooking channels. It's very unique. Is you will get so many views, and like I said, particularly probably when COVID hit, I got about 400 videos. Can you have a video on how to make rice? And
Hmm.
can you make a video on, you know, because think about it, you go to the store in the US, there wasn't any chicken, there wasn't any instant rice, there wasn't any
Yeah.
cans of soup, all the easy things. And now the husband, wife, and two kids are home every day. Can you help me with what can I make for lunch? Because their kids go to school and eat lunch. Remember, everybody eats out. So that they could ask basic questions of help me feed my family, the stuff most of us, grew up with a parent teaching us. Most other
Right.
people haven't had. So,
Oh, that's cool.
That's
and your
awesome. Well, thanks for the ideas, Most Toes.
and your channel is on YouTube. Your Monty does stuff where you do cooking and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because it's definitely worth it.
I need to start doing cooking video. No, I'm just kidding.
And you ain't got to show, like, this is funny. People ask, why don't you show your face? Because I'm showing the island with the food on it, or
Mm-hmm.
showing the skillet with the meat in it. When
Right.
if I watch a video, I'm like, if she could zoom in and I could actually see what's in the skillet, I'd
That's
be happy. But her earrings are cute, but I'm trying to watch food,
right.
right? And
Right.
yeah, there's ones that have my face in it, but I'm like, if I were like a makeup channel, I'd be showing how to fill the wrinkles on a 65-year-old woman up close. But I'm trying to show somebody how to make whatever, or chop an onion. So, but they are very fun, a cooking channel. You just have to watch everything around you. Like if there's a speck of mustard on the handle of your refrigerator, they'll lose their mind.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
There
Yeah.
was something on a refrigerator handle. Yeah.
Right. I have a question.
Okay.
How do you cut an onion without it burning your eyes?
Okay. Have you ever watched Days of Our Lives, the soap
I
opera?
used to watch that with my mother back in the day.
Okay. Well, my husband was in love with Dr. Marlena. Remember her? Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So she, as part of the show, was someone asked her, standing next to her, like I'm taking a really heavy class load up at the college, and I need to know how to cut an onion without crying because it makes my makeup run, and I'm meeting the captain of the football team after every day. And she said, I suck on a piece of white bread. White bread. When you cut the onion, just like I don't know, a piece of it, like the size of a 50-cent piece. I'm not kidding you, D-Rob. Not the crust, okay? Just a little piece, not wheat bread. It don't work. Suck on it, chop that onion, and you will not cry.
What?
I ain't lying. Hmm. Yeah. Dr. Marlena Evans, Days of Our Lives, 1960 something.
I have to try that.
You know, you look at the ones and they say don't cut off the root end
Right.
anymore.
It does
If
not
I
work.
do that, it don't work. But when I stick that piece of white bread in my mouth and just let it kind of melt there, it works perfect.
So what about putting it in refrigerator? Because I've heard like, well, cut it cold or does that
Ugh,
no?
it don't make a difference. And I don't like I will not save a piece of onion and
Okay,
stick it in a Ziploc and in the refrigerator because remember, onions absorb bacteria.
that's true.
And this is a weird little fact from the South. Most people will go to like a church cookout or banquet and they're all outside and everybody got food poisoning. Oh, it was the mayonnaise and the potato salad. No, it was not. It's the onion. You know, you could slice an onion, put it on your foot, put a sock on when you got bronchitis, go to bed,
Yeah, I've
or
heard that.
leave an open onion. Yeah, I ain't doing it. If I only use half an onion, now I will chop the rest of it and freeze it in a food saver sucky bag. But other than that, it ain't sitting in my refrigerator to absorb things.
Oh my. See, I have some onion in my fridge now. I guess I need to throw it out.
Yeah, I'm scared of those because think about it. I mean, literally back in the day, they would put an onion on an end table, sliced in half, and that thing be black in the morning. It absorbs everything. It's very powerful. But suck on that little piece of white bread. I promise you, D-Rob.
I
You
will. I will
rock.
definitely do that.
Yeah,
You got
Awesome.
that, Monty?
Yeah, I got it. Check.
yeah.
Well, thank you for that, Mouse Toes, all the knowledge. Thank you, D Rob, for being
Isn't
here.
fascinating information?
Yes.
Thank you. This was nice. I learned so
hmm
much.
I guess we'll wrap this up because I do have a stream tomorrow and I got some things to do. But thank you so much, both of you, for coming on and giving us some knowledge, especially of Kuwait and what to do, not to do, cooking tips and whatnot.
And
Oh,
nice
you're
to talk
watching
to
it
you,
Kuwait.
D-Rob,
The women
always.
can't do anything.
Yeah, keep them eyes down. But if we see Monty, we're looking him in the eye because we groan.
Right.
Take care, Monty. Take care,
Right.
All
D-Rob.
right. Take care, Mouse Toes.
Bye.
Okay. Bye bye.
All right. Take care, Rob. You have a good one. Everybody, I guess I'll see you in the morning. If not, I'll see you another time because I always will do videos and streams multiple times a day, every single day, unless I really do have something else going on. But yeah, I'm going to be here tomorrow. Cooking Stream third channel. If you don't know what the third channel is, I will post the link right now. We're going to do the Impossible Burger with portobello mushroom buns. So check me out. That will be nighttime is when I'll be available to do that. But in the morning, we got a roast coming. So if you want to check that out, check it out live. If not, you can always watch the replay. So here's my third channel. Smash that like button. It really helps me out. And I will see everybody later. Thanks for being here. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Take care of yourselves. Be safe. Bye bye.